Hi, it's Mitz from My Life Mitz. Thank you so much for joining me today. This video I want to work in my junk journal, and this is my junk journal for the Junk Journal July Challenge, and I'm here to do prompt day 9, which is scraps. And let's just jump right in. I shared a previous video about this specific junk journal, so if you wanted to take a look at that, I will leave a link down below. But I did do a bit of Junk Journal July last year in this exact same junk journal, but there are plenty of open spaces still remaining, and so I thought I would pick a spot and do the prompt for this day, which is scraps. So I don't have anything in particular I want to journal about, but I will just go with the flow, and that's how I've been feeling lately, is just kind of going with the flow. Originally, when I thought of the prompt for scraps, I thought of creating these little scrap clusters, which are always lots of fun to do. I've kept these particular ones in my little organizer here for several years now, but they're very easy to do. You just rip up a whole bunch of paper bits, stack them on top of each other. You can glue them down if you want, if you don't want to use a stapler, and these are perfect for headings and whatnot. We can make a couple together here while I have you here with me. So let's maybe do that first. And I have my little scrap paper organizer here, and I'm just going to pull some papers that I can kind of scrap together. Grid. And I also like ripping out papers from notebooks because I like having this fun little holes as well, as it just adds a bit of fun and texture to the spread. Okay. I have my stapler here. I think I'll just end up gluing down a little bit first, and then I will staple all the clusters together. So I'm just going to randomly rip up some papers. If you want to, I think you can maybe see, but I've stamped some on here as well, which also adds a bit of, let's do that together actually. I have some of my stamps here, so you can always use these kind of stamps to add some fun in the background as well. I don't really want a dark impression, so it's kind of like this, which is perfect. If you want to, you can even stamp on top like this and have the stamps appear on both, or actually it would be on 3 pages. So I'll show you what that means. Second generation stamping is also fun to do. Can't waste the ink on your rubber ink pad there. And if you have young kids, you can also have them join in on the fun, and I'm sure they enjoy stamping and helping out as well. So that's what that looks like. Hopefully I'll show you a close-up of all these different fun little bits that you can create with just some scraps and stamping randomly on top of each other, and layering the pieces and stamping with the layering bits. I think I like having different colors on top of each other. I really like having these like vintage papers, and I'm not 100% sure what this language is, but having different languages as well. Oh, this one is from Eugen. I don't want to rip this one up, so I think I'm going to put this one back. But actually I could probably maybe just grab a small little piece from here. As I don't want to rip this up. I think I might have put it in here, and then thinking of making a junk journal and using that as part of one of the pages, so I'll put that back in there. But I did help myself to some scraps of that paper as well. Let's see what we can build with what we have here. And like I said, I like these edge pieces. The one that I showed you are quite small. Here they're smaller, so I think I'll make bigger sized ones. These ones are perfect for like the date stamps. And I mean, of course you can use the date stamp on these larger ones, but since I have these smaller clusters, I think I want to change things up and make something a little bit bigger or longer. So let's grab these pages and piece them together. I don't want to think too much about where each piece falls, because I tend to overthink way too much. So I'm gonna go with the flow and let the bits fall into place. I want to add more of maybe some of this and also some of this. And there's no rule behind like how many layers do you need. Even if you just wanted to do 3 or just 2 is fine as well. And like I said, if you have young kids, they can of course help you rip up the pieces. They can help with stamping, and they can even help with layering the pieces too, because they are very, very creative. And my kids, I have always appreciated how my kids have helped me in my crafting experience. And I think I want to have a last layer here. I think this one I want to staple down. You might think to yourself, but you won't be able to see these stamped images, and such a waste. And I suppose it is in a way, but you can still see a little bit peeking through. I want to staple this in and use this. You can leave it like this and have it kind of carefree. It kind of adds some fun texture, some fun interactiveness, I suppose. If you wanted to leave that up, you can do that. You can add washi tape. Let's see if I have any washi tape to stick that down if you want. Maybe I'll do like a small little washi tape scrap. Since we are on the theme of scraps, we'll just add a small little washi tape scrap on the edge there to kind of hold it down. So I think I'm going to use this for the prompt of the day, and I'll do a little bit of journaling here. If you want to see, I'm going to end up using these paper scraps and create more of these kind of paper clusters as well at the end of the video. Because it's quite layered and bumpy, I don't expect to have a crisp stamp impression. So I am aware of that. I think I'll just do it right here. 0, 9. And because I know I have some ink remaining, I'm going to use that extra ink that I have left on these stamps and just, yeah, do some second and third generation stamping on these papers. So I've stamped out day number 9 here, and I'm going to write just in some simple pen the prompt for the day, which is scraps. and I'll share with you how I end up journaling about this prompt. So I'm going to stick this down on this page here. If you want to know more information about the Junk Journal July Challenge, I will leave a post and mention down below to make journals, and she will have all the full details. And if you're watching this and it's day number 9, it's never ever too late to jump right in and get started. You can even start with this prompt. And I don't have anything in particular to write about, so I'm going to just literally write about scraps and how I felt about creating this piece together with you. Alright, so I did a bit of journaling there. I'm going to cut this bottom piece. I kind of like this flowery bit as well, so I'm going to add this as a border. Stick this one down. Are you participating in Junk Journal July? If you're participating and you have some videos, I would love to check out videos as well. So please leave them down below in the comments. So yes, I think that's pretty much it. I kind of want to have a border of some sorts. I don't have my, oh, there's this one here. This thin empty washi tape that I kind of want to add the small little border at the bottom of the page. And this is the and so I'm going to glue this in, and we're going to finish the video here. But if you want to stick around, I will definitely be making more bigger clusters so that I can have them handy and ready to go for any future journaling sessions or journaling videos. I want to continue this border and add just a tiny bit here. All right. So there's the final look. Let me get standing up here so that you can see a closer look at all these fun layers of paper scraps. And so I hope you had fun getting your scraps of papers out, ripping them apart, stamping them with different images, and then, you know, reassembling them back together and gluing them and stacking them back together to create these lovely paper clusters that you can use for your journals as titles or even just as a border. I think they're very, very pretty. And yes, I hope you had fun. Thank you so much, and thank you to Make Journals and the team at Get Messy for this fun opportunity. I hope you had fun watching, and I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. So I suppose this is kind of like part 2, I'm not sure. But I'm going to continue making more paper scraps. I don't really have much going on in my mind. The only thing I'm thinking that it is just way too hot in this corner that I'm sitting in. So I'm going to quickly put things together and stack paper bits together so that I can cool down a bit. I don't know why I've held on to those other paper scraps for so long. I have such a difficult time with letting things go. I think because I used those paper scraps in creating like some clear tape, and I just feel like I don't know what it is. I just feel like holding on to them. So there's one cluster done. Let's grab some more items and maybe I'll staple these ones together. I kind of don't like the straight edge. I don't know if you can see the edge of the paper there. So I purposefully stack them so that I don't see that much, like too much of this straight paper edge. I mean, I could always just rip it up later. This one I think I want to staple down a couple times. There's another one done. Yeah, just keep going, having fun with it. I think I want to add some washi tape here on the bottom. Move some of this down, hopefully in shot. I think I might need to buy another replacement. I've used this washi tape and it's almost finished. I want to add just a fun staple here. Here's another one completed. Maybe add some more flowers. Make a longer one this time. Perfect. Okay. Oh, I ended up not being able to see any of the flowery bits. Let's rip this up a tad bit so that I can see a little bit of the flowers there. I think I wanted to use up some of these tabs that I have, so maybe I'll put something like this up top. Yes, I'll put this one up top here and staple that to the paper cluster. So those are fun as well. I need to spend some time making more tabs because tabs are always fun to do. These clusters are getting smaller and smaller. Something like this. I think I'll staple it first and then glue the bits down. There we go. There's another one. So we've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far. Maybe we can make another, the last one here with some of the items that we have. There we go. Once again, I'm going to just staple that down and then glue the various layers. There. I had this other idea. I even took out the laminate, the self-laminate sheets. I was going to cut up a whole bunch of scrap bits like these ones here and make like a fun tip in. And I don't think I'll have time to do that, but maybe that's another project that we can do together. If I have the time to film, I will definitely do that. But these little paper bits, you can cut them up into smaller pieces. I don't know if this is going to work out. It's just something that I have going on in my brain that I thought would be fun. I thought that would be fun to do for scraps as well. But having these clusters, I'm very, very happy with this. I know I will be using these ones. I will definitely use now they're all ready to go. So I think I'm going to keep this in here. I wonder if there's like a pocket that, oh, I'll keep it in the main, in the pockets here, so that I can use them and have them ready to go for Junk Journal July. And oops, so here it is for scraps. Thank you again for joining me for part 2. I hope you had fun. I had so much fun sitting here with you and journaling together and creating together. I will see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.